This is the last Ed matchup chart before the new balance patch comes out May 22nd. So this is the last one. This is how I feel Ed currently stands before the balance patch. Now this is somebody who has hit legend with Ed, me, who has beat legend players of, all varieties, who plays in the battle hub. I play, against the golds. I play against the legends, all variety. This is how I feel Ed stands overall. This is not like if we gave Punk the God every character. This is how I think the average matchup knowledge is. Okay, this is for you out there, the viewer. This is not for your, you're walking back and forth, crouching, and you perfectly space out, your medium kick like 1 pixel. This is your ass mashing DI on wake up. Okay, these are how I think Ed does in the normal black and white matchup knowledge. But before we start the video, please hit the subscribe button, comment down below, leave a like, and let's get a little bit of tunes in the background to set the mood. Alright, first off, we're going to do it Ryu. So personally, I think that fighting Ryu, I hate it as Ed. Fighting Ryu as Ed is very annoying because Ed's anti-projectiles is not good. His charge heavy punch, they made it seem like it was going to be goated with the sauce when they first announced Ed. It has to be the fully charged version, and it can only go through one hit of fireball. Meaning if Ryu has Denjin charge, you're now you're kind of forced to throw out an EX fireball to go behind the gap, or you just have to walk at Ryu, which is very annoying. And Ed has decent range, but the moment Ryu hits you with a Denjin charge fireball, he can then get another Denjin charge fireball and becomes this very sluggish war. But overall, that's the only thing I really hate about fighting against Ryu. Normals and all that jazz, I mean, it is what it is. Crouching medium kick is great on Ryu. Ryu has a great crouching heavy punch, which is bad because Ed's jumping medium punch is a cross-up, but it has a very small hitbox, meaning you have to really be like a tight cross-up. And Ryu's crouching heavy punch hits behind them, meaning if you fight a Ryu, they don't even need to do DP to anti-air you, because crouching heavy punch will just beat jumping medium punch and will cover the cross-up option. So overall, I hate fighting Ryu, only because of the fireball war, and that's mostly it, right? It's mostly just the fireballs. Everything else is perfectly fine. And of course, perfect parry exists, DIs exist. We're taking all those out the equation, because if you were to land every single perfect parry and DI every move that's supposed to be DI-able, then you have 100% win rate. We all know that's on the table. So this is like on cut. This, like I said, black and white. Ryu just has a better fireball game, and he has a good anti-air. That's a normal that can deal with Ed's aerial approach. Certain things Ed obviously does better. In the mid game for sure he can whip punish Ryu, but overall not good. Luke, this might be crazy, but Luke, kind of the same. When you fight Luke, it's you're playing Street Fighter 6 at this point, right? When you fight Luke, you're playing Street Fighter 6. You have to watch out for a crouching medium punch. Obviously, I mean, it's a 6-frame move. That's a medium that leads into good damage. If that's really the only normal we have to worry about. Luke's fireballs don't really give Ed trouble. His fireballs don't go full screen, meaning that Luke is one of the few characters where charge heavy punch actually works. If you're full screen, they throw a sandblast, you can catch him in the recovery. Like I said in other videos, when Luke throws his light, medium, or heavy sandblast, he's always tied to 42 frames. All of his fireballs, unless it's EX. And EX goes full screen, and that would hit you out of your charge heavy punch. But other than that, Ed has a very good EX DP, meaning if Luke does light, medium, heavy target combo and heavy knuckle, your EX DP can hit Luke. Yeah, Luke, Luke does a lot of damage, but overall, not too bad. He does run into the issue with the crouching heavy punch, the same as Ryu. But, I think majority of cast is going to run into that. But you don't really lose too much in the fireball war, so to speak. So, overall, I think Luke is kind of the same. If you fight Luke with Ed, if you're just a better player, it shouldn't be hard beating. You shouldn't have no issue beating a Luke roughly around your same skill level. Jamie, this is a great matchup for Ed, in my opinion. There's a video out on my channel. If Jamie goes for a drink full screen, you can actually charge the first level of charge heavy punch and catch him drinking full screen because the animation is so long and he won't even get the drink. It's pretty badass, pretty sick. Overall, Jamie also doesn't really have much tools. You can keep him away in the mid range. Ed has the charge snatchers, which can catch Jamie's palms. It can catch Jamie drive rushing. If Jamie never gets level 1 drink, your standing heavy kick is a pretty, not the best anti-air, right, for like a button, right? Standing heavy kick is pretty good. DP is pretty good against Ed. The fact that Jamie's DP is so slow is actually very good. Ed is able to set up amazing combos against Jamie as long as you keep him away from having drinks. And even though as of recent, I just been letting Jamie players get 4 drinks. I purposely let Jamie's get 4 drinks so I can really feel out the matchup. Even when a Jamie player gets 4 drinks, I'm not afraid of the matchup still. I'm still feel like I'm in the know-how. Ed's crouching heavy kick has a good amount of range. The flickers have a good amount of range, obviously. So overall, I think Ed against Jamie is very good. Chun-Li, hate fighting. I think this character is corny overall. A lot of people defend Chun-Li. Don't do it in my comments because I don't care. I think this character is hella corny. I hate her Serenity stance. I understand why she has them. I'm not saying they should get nerfed. I just hate them. I hate Serenity stance. I hate her fireball disappearing when you think it's going to hit you. I hate the fact that she can throw a fireball and walk behind it. Like I said, Ed doesn't have a good projectile. In order to get a projectile, you have to commit to the second. But if you're here and Chun-Li's here, she throws a fireball, and now the fireball's here. You can't just throw a fireball to counter it because she's right behind it. So she'll probably either jump or stand still, depending on what the hell they want to do. So she can just walk at you. I really do hate her fucking fireball. You can catch her Hazanshu with flicker, which we'll talk about later with Cammy, right? You can catch the Hazanshu, which is supposed to be an anti-projectile move, but if you time it right, you can pull her out of Hazanshu, which is pretty sick for Ed to have that. But overall, Chun-Li has 90 fucking mix-ups in the corner. Ed has a very slow DP. The DP can get baited. She has the high-low throw, which is fucking annoying. She doesn't have a throw loop, right? I think last time I said Chun-Li has a throw loop, I misspoke. That's on me, right? She does have the throw. So overall, Chun-Li, not my favorite character to fight against with Ed. Not really much stuff in Ed's toolkit that beats Chun-Li. I mean, same goes with Guile. As you know, these are all like projectiles. Ed loses to projectiles. In my opinion, Ed does not do good against people who just have a better projectile. If you just have a better projectile, and you're able to keep Ed out, it's not the best. I mean, especially with Guile with the perfects. If he throws a perfect, he has like 3 fucking different ways of anti-airing you if he's not doing flash kick. Or 2 other ways. I think it's like back medium kick and crouching heavy punch are the normals. It might be back heavy kick, but I'm pretty sure it might be back medium kick or back heavy kick. The one, where he leans back and his fucking leg goes straight into the goddamn stratosphere, or his crouching heavy punch. Overall, I think that's not good. I think that's very shitty because you spend all the time working in with Ed, and then once again with the charge heavy punch, which is supposed to be his anti-projectile move, if he does like the hurricane slice, I believe it's called, instead of like the double one, which has 3 hits of armor, you can't even try to get around it. It's super bad. I wish that they gave Ed like an EX version of the charge heavy punch. Wishful thinking. An EX version of the charge heavy punch that can go through all projectiles. You can still DI it, of course. Which is another thing, right? With Ed's charge heavy punch is that if you do it too late, you're going to go through the fireball, but you're going to go straight into a fucking DI and lose like 40% of your HP. But yeah, Guile, not the best supercar. Kimberly, kind of the same. I feel like she has good closing gaps on Ed, but Ed has good tools against Kimberly, but Kimberly puts you in the corner, right? Kimberly puts you in the corner. This character is never really down and out, unlike a Rashid throw. They got good pressure. They got the teleports. They got the can setups. Overall, Kimberly kind of the same. If you put Kimberly in the corner, she doesn't have a reversal DP, meaning that her level 1 will then get hit by, Ed snatchers, which is very good. So overall, I think it's the same. Whoever really just mauls the other down in neutral, will win. Jury, kind of the same again. There are some tools. Ed's forward heavy punch can go over Jury's fireball, which is very nice. Jury's dive kick sometimes can. The thing I noticed is that Jury's dive kick can sometimes go over Ed's aerial snatcher, which feels bad, right? Because like you make the right read, but like the hitboxes like don't collide, and then she just hits you, and you're like, oh fuck, I thought I made the right read, but then I didn't, right? So that's kind of annoying. But overall, I mean, Jury's a great character, but once you control neutral, nothing's too bad. Like I said, all these matchups you can win. It's not like you can't beat Ryu, you can't beat Chun, you can't beat Guile. That's why I'm not doing like Ed's fucking 5-5 against Kimberly. No, you can be 10-0 against a Kimberly. Put a goddamn legend Ed against a silver fucking Kimberly, you're gonna go 10-0, right? Put a legend Ed against a legend Kimberly, he might also still just go 10-0. Like, people don't understand, like, the better player will win. It's just, what the fuck do you think, like how confident are you going into the matchup that you will win based on your sub tools, right? Even though Jamie here is in winning, if a Jamie player fucking beats my ass, right, it's not because like, oh man, it's the matchup. It's like, fuck, this Jamie player really did the most. If I beat a Guile's ass and like, well, it's the matchup, it's like, no, I guessed right on all the booms, right? I baited all the flash kicks. I fucking DI'd properly. Like, you can win. So I don't believe in losing matchups in fighting games these days because the game mechanics themselves don't even allow you to lose. If Ed could have the worst tools in the game, you can still just DI a boom on prediction and beat Guile, you know? So I don't believe in that. I don't believe in, oh, I lost a +3, I lost a +3, I lost a -3. It must be the matchup. No, brother, it's perfect parry and DI better. Use the game mechanics. Kind of about the same. He has a normal fireball, right, which is good. He has an EX fireball, right, which is good. So Ed can deal with that. His Dragon Lash, his low Dragon Lash is -5. Ed's crouching light kick is 5 frames, meaning that you can punish, which is super sick, right? Means that you can punish low Dragon Lash with Ed pretty reliably into light blitz, which is very nice. But overall, Ken, corny character, yes, with Dragon Lash, but overall, I mean, DI the, oh, not with Dragon Lash, with Jinrai kicks. You know, DI the Dragon Lashes, fucking whiff punishes heavy punches with your heavy punch or your crouching heavy kick, and you're having a good time. Blanca, about the same. I know Blanca's like really good right now, but Ed does good against Blanca, right? Ed, your snatchers can pull Blanca out of all of his Blanca balls. The medium one pulls them out of all of his Blanca balls and covers the slide, right? Which is very fucking nice. So you have a lot of tools to deal with it. Charged snatcher can destroy a Blanca Chan. I think Ed has tools to keep Blanca at bay. But if Blanca puts you in the corner with level 2, you know, you're best of luck like the rest of us, brother. Hopefully you fucking tech the throw or land the perfect parry. Dalsum, hate fighting personally. I hate fighting, but I have a very good win rate against it. It's very weird. I hate fighting, but I have a very good win rate. I just feel like the fireballs are very good. If you commit to the Ed's fireball, right, the spark into the punch, and Dalsum teleports, he's going to get a punish 10 out of 10 times. Has a lot of recovery, and it's pretty annoying. Overall, you know, just DI Dalsum's normals, jump over them, perfect bury them. Nothing too crazy. You can punish Dalsum, kinda, especially like if you're full screen and he does like crouching heavy punch, or is it heavy punch or crouching heavy punch? Heavy punch. And you land like a light flicker or a medium flicker, and he does, you know, he goes into the fucking whoa state, right? You're very able to close the gap then. And Dalsum doesn't have a good level 1. He has a decent level 2, but overall, Ed has a lot of safe jumps to deal with Dalsum, so it's not necessarily that he loses to Dalsum. It's just like, it's just so fucking annoying because you spend all fucking game just cat and mouse, which is just fucking annoying. Honda, I think Ed wins. Ed has a very good DP. He has a very good standing heavy kick, works against butt slam. He can dash under the butt slams. I don't personally do that. It's kind of finicky. if you're supposed to dash forward or dash back, and then you'll get hit like with a counter hit, and then then you get hit with the entire Honda combo. But overall, being able to once again, very similar to Blanca, being able to use Snatcher to pull Honda out of headbutts is actually pretty entertaining. And unlike Blanca, he doesn't have 50-50 mixer at level 2 or a Blanca chain to control space. At most, you just have to deal with Honda, perfect parry the headbutts, DI the headbutts if possible, perfect parry the butt slams, and then just put him in the corner. DJ, hate fighting, very similar to every other character on this fucking tier. DJ's fireball just shuts down Ed completely. The air slasher, the moment you're full screen, you can't do nothing. You have to walk at him. You can't do anything. You can't throw out. It's so fucking stupid. You can't do it. And since DJ's is very similar to Guile in the fact that they're charge characters, if you jump an air slasher at fucking the worst fucking frame, which is 1 frame after he fucking throws it, and jump, you're gonna get hit with a hey into the fucking corner. And that is so goddamn corny. I wish that they would just make every fucking fireball punishable on jump. You should be punished for throwing out fireballs. It's so stupid. Granted, if you preemptively jump air slasher, of course you can punish it, but if you fucking do everything preemptively, you'll have a 100% win rate. This is not what we're talking about. It's not if you play everything 100%. Once again, you will win against every fucking character in every fucking match. If you perfect parry, DI, jump everything, of course you're gonna win. But overall, his fireball is very annoying. Driver's very annoying. Like I said, Ed doesn't have a very good jumping cross up, and then his back medium kick sometimes covers the cross up, which is also very fucking annoying. So his level 2 goes to projectiles, which beats all of the snatchers if you're charging them up, or the fireballs, or Ed's level 2. Manon, I think you're winning. Once again, as you notice here, a lot of characters that you're winning against, or a lot of characters that you think that you're doing well against, are characters that don't really have fireballs, and you can play the game that these people are playing on you, right? You can play it with Manon, keep throwing out the flickers, aerial flicker, aerial flicker, fade out, DI. Overall, Manon doesn't really have much. And since Manon's special moves are very fucking punishable on block, Ed does a lot of damage with very little meter. Just heavy punch, perfect fucking kill rush in the blitz alone is like 25 to 30% of your health on punish counter. And that's if Manon does the spinning split or the fucking horizontal split, right? If you block either one of those, you get a very, very, very nice punish, right? And that's not even going optimal spending drive gauge or spending level 2, nothing like that. Marissa, I think Ed's winning once again. The flickers keep her out. If she does the phalanx, which is the anti-projectile one, if you do the aerial flicker, you'll pull her out of phalanx. Ed has very good whiff punish game. His stand heavy punch and his crouching heavy kick have very good range, meaning if Marissa whiffs the leg, the Superman punch, the Gladius, you're able really to get a very fucking nice punish counter, push Marissa to the corner, and then start the blender. JP kind of the same, not gonna lie. JP is kind of annoying, but at the same time, if you get JP in the corner, it's fucking this motherfucker is guessing only because Ed has the meaty fireball, which is like +5. He has full snatcher, which beats amnesia and all of JP's level 1, level 2. If JP throws out a normal fireball and you have charged snatcher at the right range, you can obviously beat the projectile and then pull in JP. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the JP matchup. Of course, if a JP player puts you full screen and burnout and just hits you with ghost, you're not gonna have a good time. I do wish that charge heavy punch was better. It does lose to spires and it loses to departure, which is like the aerial spires. It only beats projectiles. So if they put out a departure, you can't charge heavy punch through it. You will get hit. Zangief winning, but if a Zangief jumps in on you and hits you with an SPD 4 fucking times, you're dead. So be careful on that. Overall, pretty good. You really only got to worry about Zangief when he has level 2 at most, because if you do a snatcher or a fireball and that level 2 catches you, it is going to do a lot of damage, put you in the corner, which is not where you want to be against Zangief. But overall, nothing too bad. Just keep him out, hit him with the flickers, harass him, Bait out DI is nothing too crazy. Lily, putting him around the same. I think Lily is very decent against Ed. Her EX Spire can indeed go through the flickers and the snatchers, right? So she does have some game there, but Ed's DP is very good in the fact of like the projectile invincibility. So if Lily hits you with a woo, hit her with DP, then she's in range for a charge snatcher. And then now she's guessing for game. Is she waking up blocking? Is she waking up parry? Is she waking up DI? Are you baiting out DI? Are you baiting out the parry? Like, what exactly are you doing? Cammy's tough. I'm going to put Cammy in kind of the same. The only reason is that Spin Knuckle loses to Snatcher, which is fucking hilarious. If she spins and you snatch her right before she hits you, you actually pull her out of Snatcher, very similar to Chun-Li. But overall, the one thing that you have to worry about with Cammy is that she has level 3 and you do any form of fucking Snatcher, charge or not charge, the level 3 will always connect and punish counter you. So the moment Cammy has level 3, you can always punish Ed for doing any Snatcher. If he dashes forward, dashes back, lets it go, does a quick one, you'll always fucking punish. Rashid, hate fighting. Rashid's fireball is fucking corny. And the fact that it just beats Ed's outright, it's just a better Ed cannot engage in a fireball war at all. Your charge heavy punch loses to Rashid's fireball because it has multi hits. It's pretty bad. Ed's what do you call it? Ed's fully charged snatcher loses. Like, that's kind of fucking shitty. Because it has multi hits. So you kind of, once again, you have to just like walk at Rashid. There is also a weird thing with Rashid's level 2 and Ed's level 2 clashing, to where like, I don't know, dude. It's like a weird interaction where Rashid can just like run through like once the level 2s clash, like they lose their hitboxes, and Rashid can just run through the level 2 and then just keep beating your ass, which is kind of annoying. So if you're burned out against Rashid, throw out a level 2 to try maybe recover some drive gauge and close the distance. Rashid can then throw out his level 2, clash with yours, and then just put you in the corner. Hopefully you have a fucking 1 meter left, but if not, then now you're in the corner, you're about to get hit with a DI. Aki, kind of the same. Aki has a fireball, but she can walk behind it, but Ed does pretty decent against Aki overall. Aki doesn't have a reversal, so once Aki's in the corner, the snatchers just apply that pressure that you're not really worried about with a wake up DP. She can't wake up level 1, she can't wake up level 2, because the snatchers are considered a projectile. So overall, I mean, like, not too bad of a matchup. But yeah, so this is my list. I think Ed does really good against characters with no projectiles. Ed does decent with characters with normal projectiles or no projectiles. And Ed loses against people who have better projectiles. I think Ed's projectile game is by far, it's not good. I don't think it's very good. Maybe they'll buff it, like I said, in the balance patch. Maybe they'll do something to Ed, but overall, if you have a better projectile than Ed, you can really keep him at bay, way the fuck back. And if he comes to you, then you can maybe apply some pressure, reset neutral. But overall, that's my list. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment down below, leave a like. If you don't agree with me on a character, comment down below, but make sure you say why. Don't be like, I don't hate fighting Chun-Li with Ed. Be like, I don't think Chun-Li's bad with Ed because blank, 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 blank. And I'll be like, sick. Thanks for sharing. But thank you, everybody. And I'll see y'all guys next video. See ya.